All right, y'all. Welcome back. I think it's happening. I think that Jamal McCoy will be back for us next weekend versus Arkansas. We've heard behind the scenes that he's working to get back. He wants to come back. That was my biggest holdup. Does he actually want to come back? Because he could potentially, okay, there's a small chance that he could mess with his draft stock. But if he wants to do it, okay, if that's where his mind is at, that's a very positive thing. And we just have to watch, like, over the course of this week, will he be able to get some physical work done with the team, just like in team stuff, right? Which he's been rehabbing and all that, but hasn't done anything physical yet. But if he can do the physical part of it, he will get cleared, and I think that he will be playing versus Arkansas. So what's it mean for this team? Because obviously in the offseason, we talked about Mod probably being the best cornerback in all of college football heading into this season. Ricky Gibson was definitely up there, but we all know Mod is on a little bit of a different level. Definitely not taking a shot at Ricky, who won't be back. Okay, let me make sure I do say Ricky Gibson will not be back this year unless we make a really deep playoff run. But Mod, I mean, man-to-man coverage, zone coverage, physicality, attitude, swag, all that type of stuff. He's just that guy. I think that his presence, I mean, they'll probably try him early on, but if he proves that he can shut stuff down, where are they going to go, right? It's because our cornerbacks have already shown that they're really, really good. So with all that being said, man, today we're going to talk about what the impact could and more than likely will be once Mod comes back to this defense. A couple of changes should be coming. Defense hasn't been perfect, but I think it's been better than some people are giving it credit for, right? And I already know some people are going to be asking, can we move some different players to safety now that Mod's coming back? I don't think that that's going to happen unless we've been already like cross-training guys, which I don't know if we have or haven't, but I think we'll probably just like keep things as they are. But there are some changes that I'll be talking about here in just a minute. So y'all please do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And I want to kick it off just first, like with the stats from our cornerbacks that are starters so far this year through 5 games versus our starting cornerbacks last year through 5 games. So number one, let's talk about Mod, okay? Let's just break down all the numbers that we have here. So he was targeted 24 times, gave up 14 catches, 58.3%, excellent numbers. He gave up 115 yards, 0 touchdowns. The quarterback's rating, that's an NFL rating, was at 53.3. All those are excellent numbers. 1 interception, 4 forced incompletions, and he had 13 tackles with 1 missed tackle. So that's what all those numbers mean for all these different players. Now y'all can mix and match and see who's better where, you know, whatever. But all these guys really, really good. Again, Ricky Gibson is not coming back. I have to say that one more time. He's not coming back this year unless we make a really deep playoff run. But as far as the other 2 corners that's been holding stuff down since our 2 veteran guys have been out, I think that they've played very well. Obviously, Colton Hood, his numbers look crazy. But if you're looking at Tyler Redmond as a true freshman, targeted 35 times. Now, look right next to him. Ricky Gibson only targeted 9 times through 5 games. So actually, Tyler Redmond already almost seen as many targets as Ricky Gibson saw over the course of the year. So Ricky Gibson saw 42 targets over the course of 2024. And I think that Tyler Redmond has really held things down. Like you're looking here, 54.3%. That's better than Mod, right? Obviously, he's given up some big plays. And if you go back to the Georgia game, number 8 on that double move to kind of start the game off, Tyler Redmond, I think, was in much better spot than the cornerback from Alabama, number 1, who's like a redshirt senior or something, who got absolutely torched on that and gave up 6 points. So understand that it's not an easy thing to do. And then that same cornerback, he's got like a first-round grade on him. It's not an easy spot to play, okay? Everything is stacked up against our cornerbacks and everybody's cornerbacks. This game is set up for the offense to score points. That's what people want to see. That's what, you know, people pay to watch. So there's just a lot of things, and we've talked about it previously. But the biggest thing that I want for y'all to know is that it's a really hard position to play, but we've got several guys who can get it done. So once Mod comes back, we're talking about 3 guys that I think look good in man coverage, look good in zone coverage, so on and so forth, which brings us to this. This is from PFF, and it's showing the actual coverage breakdown from 2024 through 5 games. That's what we're focusing on, just through the first 5 games. So there's a lot of things here. Number one, the coverages are going to be inside of this column. All right, the defense is grade, like the entire grade is right here. It's PFF. I'll take their grades with a grain of salt. This is how many snaps they had in defense in these different coverages. This is how often they ran these different coverages, okay? This is the coverage grades. This is how many times they were in actual pass coverage, because some of this stuff, right, it's going to be runs. And then this is showing how many times we were targeted in coverage, how many catches we gave up, how many yards per catch, touchdowns, first downs, interceptions, pass breakups, quarterback rating, pressure grade, and also pressure rate. So there's a lot of things here, but I just wanted for y'all to know like what you're looking at so you can look at, you know, whatever you want to. So last season, Tennessee ran a lot of cover 3 and cover 1. So cover 3, we ran at 34.3%. Cover 1, we ran at 21.5%. Cover 1 is man. It means that you have one player playing deep. Cover 3, you have 3 players playing deep. Quarters, you have 4 players playing deep. Cover 6 is a mix of cover 4 and cover 2, but cover 2, you have 2 players playing deep. Cover 0, there's 0 people playing deep. You're playing straight man, typically blitz, and so on and so forth. Just so everyone knows how that looks. But whenever you have one player playing deep, what it means is it's tougher for teams to run on you because you should have extra people dedicated to the box to slow the run down. So we know that Tennessee's run defense hasn't looked the best this year. That could be part of it because we were running more of these one high looks last season versus this year. But some of this other stuff like quarters, everybody runs a whole lot of quarters. Cover 6, which I don't like cover 6, but there's a time and a place for it. Cover 2, we only ran that at 6.4% last season. We ran it more, or we have been running it more so far this year. Cover 0, that's at 5.5%. So you can see what the coverage grades look like. Cover 1, the coverage grade from PFF, again, take it with a grain of salt, 51.9. I would say that's probably pretty close, though, just because our man coverage wasn't super, super great. Like, we were giving things up. It wasn't horrible, but so on and so forth. All right, now, let's go on to 2025, and let's talk about how things have looked so far with our team, just as far as the same coverage stats. Okay, so cover 3, we're still running that a lot, but not as much, 23.5%. Now we switch cover 1 with quarters coverage, which again, that's 4 players playing deep. The safeties are run first. So we've seen our safeties missing a lot of tackles. It could just be because of that. They're having to come up and make more tackles from further back because they have to play deep and then come down. All right, so that could be part of that. Now, cover 1, we're running at 13.8%, but notice that PFS says that we're doing a better job in cover 1, which I think that's a pretty big deal. Now, cover 0, I don't remember exactly what the number was. I think that this might have gone down some, right? So this is just another man coverage, but you can see how often we're running some of this different stuff. Like I said, cover 2, we're running that more. Cover 2 gives you safety help, which I think is a good thing. Sometimes you need to run cover 2. There's a time and a place for all these different coverages. But how I see things maybe mixing up some once Mod comes back is maybe it's possible that we could run a little bit more cover 1. That is possible. I think that sometimes it's not just about your personnel per se on defense. I think it's more about like what is the offense trying to do? Because if they line up a certain way, you can't really run cover 3 or cover 1. It's just, styles make fights. There's a lot that goes into it. But I would say maybe a little bit more cover 1, which could maybe be positive for us because we have so many guys who can do it. Now, with all of that being said, let me tell you what I think is going to change for this team, like just overall outside of like the sheer coverage, is I think that like not the base of our defense, which we run a 3-3-5 nickel, okay? I think that we might be able to run more dime, which means that we take a linebacker off the field and we add a secondary player, which means that on and I think that we'll do this on more like 3rd and long, 3rd and medium types of situations. It just means that the coverage should be a lot better in those situations. You don't have to worry about the linebackers maybe blowing something, right? And we could go straight up, man. We could go straight 0 and bring blitzes from everywhere, even within a zone. You could blitz from different places. I want to see more cornerback blitzes. I've talked a lot about that, but you could do it now that you've got, maybe you'll have 3 guys that are basically corners. And also think about it. J-Mac, he can play a corner too. Boo, technically he's a inside corner, slot corner. But we have guys who can cover, and I think that could definitely help this defense to take that next step forward. Just with different blitz packages, we could, as far as the linebacker that's out there in dime, obviously Arion Carter first. I would love to see Jordan Burns get some opportunity out there. Edwin Spillman, he can do it. Either one of those Jadings, they can both do it. So we have people who can do that as well. Now, as far as the front 4, we know that on 3rd and longs, we like to go rabbits package. So you got 2 Leos out there, so you're adding more speed. But we could just add more speed from top to bottom, or we could go big up front and still run the down behind it, just in case teams want to run. Like, you can mix and match. You can get real crazy with it. So I think that Coach Banks could maybe have a field day with that. And it's kind of a secret weapon that we typically don't run too much dime. But I think that it's something that we could utilize versus some of these teams with some mobile quarterbacks, so on and so forth, like in Oklahoma. It might be something that we could even try to do versus Alabama. Their running game ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're worried about their passing it. So either way, I just wanted to kind of point those things out. But excited about Mod finally coming back. We'll see what happens over the course of this week. But those are my thoughts. Y'all please share yours down in the comment section. And as always, please do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be talking to y'all tomorrow. Thanks. Peace. Thanks for watching. And please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because that keeps us growing inside of the YouTube algorithm. And if you did like this video, here's another one that you might also enjoy. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.